Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Tom Stewart here. I'm with Liz Trotter. Our guest today is Paul Frieden. This is Smart Business Moves.
Woo-hoo. Hey, Paul.
Hey, how we doing?
Good. I'm so glad you're here.
Glad to be here.
Oh, you know what, Tom? I am in your little window because I'm seeing all sorts of funkiness on my side.
Okay,
I'm in your account.
It's all gone.
Oh, that's okay.
You're good. You're good. So, golly day, we were off last week. Well, I mean, we weren't like goofing off. We were working last week. We didn't do Smart Business Moves.
That's a great shirt, Paul. Just FYI, I don't think I've seen you in that exact shirt. I love that. I love it. It looks good on you. The black, the V-neck with the orange on the black. It's almost Halloween-y. Right? That's nice. I like it.
Halloweeny.
Halloweeny.
Halloweenish. That's probably
Halloweenish.
a better way. Probably better to say Halloweenish than Halloweeny. Yeah. Especially if I'm going to be around middle schoolers. I think I would be better off saying Halloweenish.
They'll be snickering
right.
at
That's
this
true.
point.
Yeah, yeah. Or any male, right? Of any age.
That's true.
So you knew that's where my mind went, right? I can't help it.
I didn't at first, and then I was like, oh, I'm slow. So
We're limited. We're limited, Liz. We can't help it.
It's okay. We love you anyway.
It's genetic, and you can't fight genetics. You just got to go with it.
That's right. Yeah, we all know. So, what are we talking about today?
Do we have anybody with us?
I can't see.
We have a few people here. They're not in chat yet, but we got some folks.
I can't see.
No chat yet.
Weird board. All right, comments maybe? No.
No.
They usually we get the majority of our viewers after we're done. Hey, Linda. So Linda is always here. She's coming fresh off of foundations too. But you know about Paul. You know how exhausting that is.
Yeah, but a good time for sure.
Yeah. Well, we had Heather there this year, and she worked in your capacity a little bit. She did some cooking for us.
There you go.
Yeah, she did. She did some cooking for us. It was good. She made this French toast casserole thing. I probably could have eaten all by myself. It was delightful. She made it with croissants, and it was so good.
Good night.
Yeah. So today we are talking about the holidays and all things holiday all month. We don't have to just talk about Christmas, though. Paul, we were mentioning on the call beforehand that, everybody's just scooting right by Halloween and Thanksgiving and going straight to Christmas. But we don't have to do that here. You and I were talking about sort of giving back for the holidays. And Thanksgiving is a good time for that as well, showing thanks and everything for your clients as well as your employees, I think. Do you guys do anything around Thanksgiving?
So we do. I mean, it's interesting, right? Like for me, one of the things I was thinking about after we spoke, you think about your branding, right? You think about your for me anyway, I think about my logo, right? And my logo. So, I've got this bottle, and, one of the things I love about the bottle is, it almost has this kind of figure to it, right? So,
middle schooler figure.
There we go again.
So, so I play with the bottle, right? So, we can dress the bottle.
Oh, that's so cute.
Which is nice, right? So,
yes.
And I think, one of the things you want to try to do is, Brad, like for the holidays, kind of play around with your logo a little bit, we did this, I don't know when, it was a couple of years ago. So you remember the Christmas Story.
Yeah.
Right. The major award. You remember the major award, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so so we kind of play around with that.
That's good.
And then, one year we did, well, this is going back to 2017, right? We kind of did this.
Oh, snow globe. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. So you see, got my van in there.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
We did postcards and, actually took a billboard out, and then, even, just kind of playing around with, kind of Santa with the logo. We do kind of play around with that, as far as the holidays, as far as marketing goes, right? Like when you talk about the holiday season now, we're talking about everything from really Halloween, right? So it's Halloween.
Yeah.
I was trying to find, we did a witch for Halloween. I couldn't pull it up, but I can get it over to you. But we're talking about really kind of from Halloween right through New Year's.
New Year's,
right?
Yeah.
And when I think about Halloween, when I think about the holiday season, I think about Thanksgiving, kind of Christmas, that time of year. I think about getting charitable, and I think about giving, and that's kind of where I go. And one of the things somebody told me a long time ago, they said, nobody ever went poor by giving, right? And that had always stuck with me. But we're very active with the homeless shelter in our area. The homeless shelter in Hoboken does some great work, and we actually clean them weekly. We clean and disinfect their facility weekly, and they house anywhere from 50 to 80 men and women every night, and they've got they serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week.
Oh wow!
We've done campaigns with our clients where our clients have they've donated canned goods, things like that, and we'll pick it up at the cleaning, bring it over to the shelter. We have a great relationship with them. We've had the staff there on a number of occasions. We provide and serve dinner a couple times a year, and it's just a great way to just stay involved and immersed in the community, and giving back. And we get a lot of good press out of that. And we had talked a little bit, Liz, and I'm a firm believer in look, you get some good press like that, it goes a lot further than paid advertising does. It just does. Your customers realize that you're part of the community, you're giving back to the community. Look, for us, the majority of our business is right in this little 1 square mile town. So I want to give back to that 1 square mile town.
Well, really, another thing that we hadn't really talked about, Paul, but why am I getting to that feedback?
I don't know.
Is that me? Do you hear it, Tom?
I do. It's an echo.
Yeah. Is this any better?
Yeah.
Okay. Seems to be better. I didn't really do anything, but I switched some chords. All right. Well, yeah, it apparently worked.
Bang it a couple times.
Yeah. Well, Paul, I started thinking after we got off the call with all the stuff that we're talking about marketing and customers and blah, blah, blah. But really, how important is it, and how motivating and inspiring is it for your people to be involved in this giving? And right now, we need to be focusing on our people because they're hard to find. They're hard, and we don't want to be losing them. And I think a lot of what you do has to contribute to your attention in some big ways. Yeah.
It does. Do you want to talk a little bit about some of the things that we discussed, or do we want to just stick with marketing? Where do you want to go?
Sure. No, it doesn't have to just be marketing. It could be anything around the holidays. And the reason why I was wanting to talk a lot about, or I wanted to talk about marketing a lot, was because marketing is different right now. We're not trying to market for as many customers as we can get because they're coming at us. We're already kind of overwhelmed with the number of customers, but our marketing can work for us to get employees too. And, the people that are still doing some marketing stuff, I'm guessing are marketing for a higher caliber of client, bringing them in at higher rates and that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to talk about what's marketing look like, like in this pandemic time.
When I think about marketing, I just think about stimulating the brand, right? It's all about stimulating the brand, be it to new hires or be it to new clients, right? You throw an ad out there. I mean, a lot of people are seeing it. People that are looking for work, people that are looking for house cleaners.
Yeah.
So the two kind of go hand in hand. For me, any way I can get the name out there is great, right? However that is.
But the more your name is out there, the more interest you're getting from both, potential customers as well as potential cleaning technicians. And the whole economics is changing as well, but it gives you the opportunity to deal with that. You have to arguably pay technicians more than you used to, but the more customers you have to work with, you can get a higher, bill rate as well, because some of them will be willing to pay a higher bill rate. So
right,
that all of that kind of goes together in this new, 2021. I don't want to say post-COVID, but it kind of feels like post-COVID. Definitely different than it was a year ago world.
Yeah.
But
it's definitely a different paradigm, right, that we're dealing with. It's like the 2021 holiday paradigm because it's different. The way we're thinking about stuff is different.
Yeah, I mean, when we spoke the other night, Liz, I was telling you, look, the number of leads that we get through the Hoboken office it's incredible.
Crazy.
And look, the reality is it's difficult to staff, right? So, we're still having those issues. We're pretty fortunate. I mean, we were able to put on 7 new hires over the course of the last 3 weeks. So we're really excited about that. And I hope we're turning a corner. Yeah. But, look, what we've done is, we've created a very attractive package to new hires. One of the things that I think I explained to you, right? Like we're offering now accounting services, right? So what we do, our accountant will do your taxes for you. Look, our accountant's got all their information anyway, right? So now, in November, we're having a luncheon where the accountants are going to come in. They're going to meet with the staff. They're going to explain to them really kind of how best to file their taxes as far as deductions and as far as dependents, et cetera. Filing married versus single and all that, and kind of explain to them, how they can benefit from having the accountant do their taxes as opposed to H&R Block, and what that would kind of yield them at the end of the year.
That's an awesome idea. I know a lot of people are looking to get their W-2s on, that last day of January and run across the street and do the rapid refund and, pay a lot for that. So is all of this kind of geared towards making a better financial decision and not giving away a chunk of it just to get it a month earlier?
Well, it's yes. The bottom line is, look, we can, our accountant can probably get you back more money than H&R Block will, and it's not going to cost you a dime to file. And that's all just a perk of being an employee of Made in Hoboken.
But it's not the rapid refund either. I don't know.
It's not, but look, they'll turn it around very quickly, and look, they'll.
And that's good because it's like loan shark type financing. Some of these rapid refund places. So you're really financially, you're doing your employees a huge favor, not allowing them to go that route.
And they appreciate it. I mean, they really, really appreciate it. So it's nice. It's a win-win. Yep.
And anything that's making their lives easier too is going to be a huge win. And most people do find it to be a huge hassle to get their taxes. They got to get all of their pay stubs, and they've got to, collect this, go down, find the place, pay the money. It's a hassle. So you creating this ease in their lives, that's also a huge value, especially right now while our employees are looking for more ease in their lives, right? In a lot of different ways. Yeah. More of everything.
Yeah.
So you're usually talking about your brand, right? You're thinking about how to kind of like I very much like that you have this very strict focus that you're always working toward the brand, building the brand, and on both sides. But when we were talking, you were also talking about how during the holidays, you do a lot to be giving back because you are, you want to be giving back, not because of the press and the press is a nice side byproduct, but you're not doing it for the press. And you had a bunch of stuff that you're doing.
Yeah, so it's interesting because what we're currently working on, and we'll launch the campaign just after Halloween, but it's going to be a 12-day of Christmas giveaway, right? So the 12 days of Christmas. Of course, I read all this online because I'm a nice Jewish boy, but so the 12 days of Christmas start. And it's funny because I believe now I'm compelled to do the 8 days of Hanukkah also. So the 12 days is now turning into 20 days. So we'll do Hanukkah as well because I'm affiliated with a couple of synagogues in town, and the rabbis there would probably get pissed if I didn't. But anyway.
The more the merrier, right?
Yes. So what we'll do is we'll do these giveaways, and we'll start like the 12 days of Christmas giveaway. We'll start on Christmas Day because that's when the 12 days of Christmas start, and it goes right through January 5th. So we're going to give one free cleaning away every day for the 12 days of Christmas. Now, and what we'll do is, you'll have to like us on Facebook to get entered in, and we're going to put this out and we'll put it out on our Facebook page, and then we're going to put it out to our all of our prospects and our existing clients as well. We've got between active clients and archived clients, there's probably 2,500 people there, and then prospects logged in are probably close to 5,000. So, and these are all right within our service area. So we'll get an email. We put the email together already. We'll send it out to them, and we'll start. Again, we'll give away these cleanings. So one for every day of the 12 days, and then one for each day of Hanukkah. So it'll be 20 90-minute cleanings. And of course, if people want, if they want more, and we've got the specifications and everything else all spelled out. So that'll be posted up on our Facebook page as well. And if people want more time, they can pay for more time, but it'll be 90 minutes with a team of 2. And it just gets people talking. It gets people feel like they're getting something, and you're doing something for them. And it's all about really just showing appreciation for the customer. So that's one campaign that we're working on. We did last year, and I bought a ton of them, so we're going to be giving them out again. But we did these cookbooks, right? And and these things are really pretty cheap, pretty inexpensive. So, but if you go through, there's a ton of recipes, and the thing I like about this is that you give something like this away, and you can play with this throughout the year. Because one of the things we're thinking about now, like, look, create a recipe. We're going to give you this book. Create a recipe and send us a picture, and win a free cleaning, whatever it is, right? You want to get together with your kids, and you want to prepare, let's say, pinto bean dip, right, or tuna stuffed tomatoes, or turkey meatballs. Send us a picture, and we'll vote. We'll pick the nicest looking dish, and you win a free cleaning. So just to keep them active, and so I like that as well. yeah, there's so many things, right? Like, when I start thinking about it, it's just like, it's hard to kind of shut it down, and I just keep, I keep going, right? Like, so we do a very, it's one of my employees. They've got these electric
that was
bikes.
loud.
They've got electric bikes, and they've got these alarms on them. So we do a holiday party every year, and it really turns into this major event. It's really, really cool. And we didn't do it last year due to COVID, and everybody kind of felt it and missed it. So we go to a hall, and it's really done up beautifully, it's like a wedding. It's you get the DJ, you get the food, you get the bartender, you get the photo booth, you got the place is decorated with all of our colors, and balloons everywhere, and it's really just a fun time. And we do a lot of giveaways there. What I do is I go and I buy some flat screens, some Instapots, some slow cookers, just a bunch of stuff, and we just raffle them off, give them away, and people go home with just boxes and boxes of stuff. We do an Employee of the Year giveaway. Somebody gets $1,000. So it's a great event. One thought that I had was, I want our customers to see that, right? And for anybody that has these annual parties or these holiday parties, look, your customers want to know that you're taking good care of your staff. They want to know that they're happy. And when they see them in that kind of environment, right, dressed up, partying, having a great time, they know that you're a decent boss and that they're doing business with a decent, reputable company, somebody that respects their employees, and that goes a long way. I had even thought sometimes about inviting a couple of customers to the event, but then just thought it's probably not good to mix the two. But one of the things that I was considering was having sort of a holiday party for customers. And this is something you can collaborate with a local restaurateur, do it after the holiday season, right? You save a couple of bucks, like if you do it after New Year's, the first or second week of January, when things kind of die down for them, right? Because all the company parties are kind of winding down. And, it's also, you can kind of cross promote, and, people can, the restaurateur, you're going to turn him on to maybe perhaps some new customers that, he doesn't have. And even if you did like a 2-hour meet and greet, where you did, pass around hors d'oeuvres, some wine. I mean, nothing over the top. And look, you can send it out to, your best customers. You can send it out to the customers in the neighborhoods that you really want to target. And I think, again, you can do that for very little money. So that's something we're considering.
After the holiday.
Right. So that's something we're considering this year.
Hey, Paul, Linda would like to know how you determine your Employee of the Year.
You're echoing too now, Tom.
So, a lot of it is based on the feedback from customers, right? The reviews, the surveys, attendance, attitude. There's some criteria that goes into it.
Do you guys track like for the year and like all year long, and then at the end of the year, it's just sort of like a big surprise? Who wins?
We do. So, what we've been doing is we've been running these contests monthly. I think I'm sharing this with you on the phone, Liz. So what we do is our teams are out there soliciting online reviews, and so they get points. They get points for, if they get a positive survey that comes back through the CRM, and then of course they get more points if there's an online review. They could lose points for negative reviews if they're legitimate negative reviews. They could lose points for attendance, things like that, or tardiness, I should say. So we keep track of these points throughout the month. And what we were doing is we were giving away $500 we work in teams of 2. We were giving $500 to the team that got the most points. but what we found, like, it was pretty interesting because, once we started that, the teams really engaged the customers a lot more. And we could see it in the reviews because as opposed to, hey, Made in Hoboken did such a great job cleaning my place. It was like, Team 1 did a great job, or right, Alejandra and Rosita did a great job. So they're really engaging, and it was good to see. But what we were seeing, and we would put the points up on a whiteboard in the office. Now, again, right, everybody leaves from the office. That's just the way we're set up. So everybody's in the office in the morning. So we would have the points. Team 3's got 68 points, right? Team 12 has got 74 points, and now it was almost like I was explaining to you, it was like this horse race. And you'd see them picking up steam as they got closer to the finish line, right? You get closer to the end of the month, and it's like, the reviews are coming in, and it's like, well, Team 1, no, Team 3, it's Team 8. It's so then what we decided to do
was like a carnival.
it was wild, right? So, and as we're tracking this, it's like, so it got very exciting. So now what we do is we give away $800 a month. So we give away $500 for first place. So it's like win, place, or show, right? So it's $500 to win. It's $200 to show, and it's $300 or $200 to place, 300 to 100 to show, right? So it's 500 for first place, 200 for second place, and 100 for third place. And it's just
you never thought that was going to be that hard to say, did you?
No, I didn't.
I'm like, I was even getting confused. I'm like,
yeah. So it's great because the teams come in and they check the whiteboard in the morning, and it's like now we've got 286 posted Google reviews. So now we just put up on the whiteboard today, it's $300 to the team that gets the 300th review.
Oh,
so now
that's fun. So a new thing.
They're all pumped for that. So again,
it's kind of like being the 10,000th customer at a store or something, and they just randomly
did it. And Liz, like I sent you over just some thoughts, and I know we're kind of jumping all over the place, and we'll probably continue to jump all over the place, but a lot of this stuff that I kind of think about, it's like this is stuff that you could use during the holiday season. You could launch during the holiday season. You could but then it's stuff that you can kind of carry on throughout the year as well, right?
Yeah.
Like the VIP program, right? And look, we all have some kind of referral program, and I know for me, very careful about the referral program because if somebody is if somebody's not such a nice person, I don't want to reward them for bringing me their friends who are probably not nice people also. Hi, Lucy. I'm a firm believer in birds of a feather flock together. And, if you're an exceptional human being, you probably hang out with exceptional human beings. And I want you to promote me to your friends. If you're an a-hole, you probably hang out with a-holes, and I don't want more of those. So I'm not going to reward you for bringing me those kinds of customers. So we offer a referral program to a specific few people, and it works. It really does. And I've always been a believer in that. Look, if you provide a stellar service, that you don't have to pay your customers.
Let me get this right, Paul. So if I am a customer of Made in Hoboken, but I'm not participating in the customer referral program, can I read something into that?
You probably can. The cat's out of the bag now.
Want to.
The cat's out of the bag.
It's just us talking. No big deal.
But it's so
That's
true.
awesome.
It's so true, right? And but look, create this VIP program where it's a point system, right? And maybe people, for every $1 they spend, they get some points. And this is something that's easy to track through everybody's CRM, right? And then it's like, hey, get 1,000 points and get 50% off your next cleaning, whatever it is, right? And that's something that you can launch during the holiday season. It's like a giveaway, right? You're offering something up.
Yeah.
and then just carry that out throughout the year.
So, Paul, you always have so much going on. I mean, I think that we could probably talk for 4 hours and you would have new ideas the whole entire time. But you don't do all of this stuff all of the time. You couldn't possibly. So how do you determine what you're doing? Do you have like a marketing calendar for the year? Do you do it by month? Like, how do you do it?
This year for 2022, we put together a marketing calendar, and look, if you Googled like Hallmark holidays, right, you'll come up with some crazy stuff. It's almost like every day there's another, like whatever it is.
Really?
So
Hallmark holidays, huh? All right.
Yeah, I'll send you over a list of stuff that we came up with, and some of it's really funny. There was one campaign that we did, and I have to go back and kind of look and see what it was. I think I had told you guys about it, where somebody perceived it as being sexist, and
Ringing a bell.
Slammed us for it. And then I sent out an apology afterwards, and the apology was the marketing tool. It worked out so well, but look, again, right? It's like know your audience, right? You have to kind of know your audience. But so this entering into 2022, we will have a marketing calendar because we're getting. Look, when we talked the other night on the phone, I was telling you about the leads that we get, and of course, you just certainly with hiring being what it is today, it's very difficult, and but I do see that loosening up. So we're going to get a little more aggressive with our marketing come January, more so than we've ever done before.
That's good to hear.
I'm looking forward to it. But
I'm excited that you're thinking that it's going to loosen up a little bit for us. Your lips to God's ears up there, right?
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
I'm seeing it, and I feel pretty positive about it. One of the things that I had on that kind of little sheet that I sent you over, and I love this, right? I mean, Tom, you know how I love these things, right?
I still find those around my office. How many years later?
Heather's still finding them around her office too. So,
I love them too. Helly, neat.
And look, it's interesting, right? Look, if you look, we know where our customers eat, we know where our customers drink, we know where, right? The downtown is pretty small, so you know what? Look, I rarely go anywhere without a pocket full of stickers, and look, you go into the popular restaurants, just go in the bathroom, just stick them up on the stall. Like, your customers are going there. Like, why not? It's free advertising. When I go on the train, I take the train to the city, and as do 80,000 other people. And I stick them up in the train, and nobody ever says anything. And sometimes I'll go back a week later, and the sticker will still be there. So again, it's just why not just put it out anywhere? And
do you have any holiday stickers? You have everything that's all holiday-ish.
Hold on, I don't know that I have any holiday stickers.
Dude, you totally need them. If anybody needs holiday stickers, you do.
Trust me, I will have holiday stickers before the week is out.
I saw that pen. He's like, I'm getting holiday
stickers. They're coming.
Where do you get your stickers from, Paul? Do you get them in bulk or?
I get them in bulk. I use a local printer. His pricing is great. He's
he knows terrific. You. He knows your brand.
He does, so. and he delivers quality stuff. I tried going to like Vistaprint and some of these other, and I got some garbage back. So I'd rather know that I'm getting quality. So
yeah. I figured your stuff all looks really high quality, so I figured you must be going somewhere local.
Yeah. Something else that I love, right? It's like, it was on that sheet that I gave you, right? Like sidewalk chalk, right? Like, wow, just anything, like I used to do it in front of our office just because, but, just write some whatever it is, right? Made in Hoboken was here, or whatever it is. It's like, people love seeing that stuff, believe it or not. And it's
Oh
neat
yeah,
because,
absolutely.
in the days of like everything is so high tech, right? When you start Googling around, right, like, best marketing ideas, and you'll see. I mean, just try it. Everybody's got the same thing. It's like it's all about either social media, SEO, it's hashtag, it's all high tech stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm a big fan of the guerrilla marketing, and I just think it's fun, and I think people enjoy it. People love it. I tell you, I was playing around with the drone, and I had this little banner. Where's the banner? Wait a second.
Well, we were playing with that drone, Tom, in Charleston. I was like, man, it's actually easier than I thought. He had it up and running in no time. Oh,
Right.
That's cute.
Yeah. So so that thing, it weighs nothing, and the drone can fly it around. And I used to go out to the park, and I used to fly it around the park, and and I would see people laughing, and it was just great. It was just memorable.
Yeah.
But look, when you start talking about the holidays, right? Like I don't know. I mean, I don't know what people are giving to customers, but even just getting some mints or some candy or something with your logo on it, right? Like people love that stuff, and it's cheap, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Again, I don't know what typically people are doing, what they're giving to their customers. But again, like I love I love the idea of giving away free cleanings. And again, when you think about like a 90-minute clean, like for us, well, I guess it's for anybody. I mean, look, we do most of our stuff is apartments, and what we do is the 90-minute clean. It's like you start in the kitchen, bathrooms, and then you'll move on to common area, right, living room, dining area, and if there's any time left, you go to the bedrooms. And look, if somebody's relatively tidy, and you're talking about a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,100 square feet, which is kind of our typical. You'll get the bulk of that. You may not get the bedrooms, but people typically don't care. And again, it's free. It's like a free clean. People love it. And at the end of the day, it wasn't really cost you.
I'm really thinking you need those holiday stickers, and you need to have it on there something like you've been gifted, so that you can, every time you do one of these things, you can, or something about being gifted, because people love that idea. And it is, the 12 days of Christmas, and you are doing a really big thing.
Right.
Or that might be a note card or something. I don't know if you take the
I think maybe a
sticker on the
postcard.
front door.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, maybe a postcard. But
those
sure.
vinyl stickers, they come right off. You can just put them on the door. This client's been gifted.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Possible.
I feel like you have so many ideas that it seems like it would be hard for you to narrow down, like, what are you going to do? But I guess if you have a calendar for the year, that's super helpful.
Yeah, and what I'll do is, I'll get over to you. I'll get that list of these kind of funky holidays over to you, because I think people just get a kick out of it. But and again, look, I'll go back to, we're going to work with our local influencers to to get the giveaway out there. Again, I mean, I love these local influencers, and there you go. It's no problem.
There's a couple of websites.
I knew that.
It's let's see what today is.
No comment on this side over here.
Well, yeah, there's multiple sites for this. nationaltoday.com is one, and you can look and see.
Pick the one that you like, the stuff they have the most, huh?
English Language Day, International Top Spinning.
This one's
There's
boring.
a lot of things.
National Fossil Day.
National
M&M Day.
National Pet Obesity Day.
I
There's
love that
another
pet
one.
obesity.
It's no bra day. They've got pet obesity here too. Emergency nurse.
Wow.
So I'll
I
drop
like
these
Train Your
there.
Brain Day. I like Train Your Brain Day. That's fun.
Caps
Yeah,
lock day.
I like the idea, Paul, because
Caps
you can
Lock Day.
actually
What
you
is
can
that? Caps Lock Day.
you can actually buy days too if you want to create your own day. You
There
can
you
have,
go.
National Liz Trotter Day if you wanted to. I don't think it doesn't even cost that much.
Don't already have one. You should go check your calendar.
But again, you can have
It's
a
March
lot of fun.
30th, right?
Oh, very close. So close,
You
Tom.
31st.
can have a lot of fun with this stuff, right?
Yeah, it is a lot of fun, but it also does take some planning, Paul. Like,
It does.
sometimes people just try to put something together at the very last second. And they don't get the results that they want, and they think, "Oh, that wasn't a good idea."
Yeah.
Where it's not so much that it wasn't a good idea; it just wasn't well executed, right?
Yeah. But even like, just look, like, where are we now? We're in the middle of October. So you got
13th.
there's plenty of time, right? I mean, just even just handwritten holiday cards, right? As opposed to that mass email that you send out to everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, happy holidays from our family to yours. Blah blah blah. Just you start now, and you just start. You write out 10 a day, whatever it is. And drop them in the mail, right? People love that stuff. You go to people's houses during the holidays; they've got the holiday cards all over the place, right?
Yeah. Especially because there aren't as many nowadays as there used to be, right? You used to get so many more. I know last year I only got, I don't know, maybe 30 cards. I can remember in the past getting hundreds of cards. So, and I do think you're right about the handwritten thing is going to make more of an impact. When I get the ones from companies, a lot of times I don't even keep them. I just toss them. Right? They're just.
Yeah, it's meaningless. It's really meaningless.
Especially if those are the only ones you're getting.
Yeah, and how long does it take, right? Like, hey, Brett and Kathy, I just really want to thank you for your business throughout the year. I want to wish you and your family the best during the holiday seasons, or during the holiday, really all the best to you for a happy and healthy new year. Boom, right?
I really do love to do that for Thanksgiving. I feel like everybody does stuff for Christmas, but I do love to do the thank you cards for Thanksgiving. I have no data to back this up, but I feel like it has more of an impact. They're not expecting it for Thanksgiving. They're expecting it for Christmas, but they're not expecting it for Thanksgiving.
I know like the shelters, right? Like, the biggest thing the shelters need, right? They need toiletries, right? They need toothpaste and things like that. They need feminine products. They don't need food. They get plenty of food during the holiday season, so they don't need that. But underwear and socks are big, right? T-shirts, things like that. So, and again, right? It's like the shelter, they've got relationships with the local media and the local press because they do a lot of that. And, look, it's not like, well, maybe it is. I don't know. You're buying advertising, but, you're giving back is what you're doing, and you're giving the community. And look, if you show up there with, $500 worth of product, toothpaste, toilet paper, things like that to the shelter, I mean, it's going to go a long way. And, look, you'd pay more than that for some paid advertising, and you wouldn't get the bang for your buck that you would by doing things like this.
So do you post that on Facebook? How do you leverage those?
So what we do is we let the shelter do that. Rosita, the shelter does it on their Facebook page and through their social media streams. We may have in the past. I don't know. But they've got
post something and tag your company.
Yeah, so they have they have a huge email list of donors and contributors in the community, right?
Yeah.
So, so they send those emails out. Hey, I want to thank you. I want to, big thanks to Made in Hoboken. And I get emails from time to time from people just saying, hey, thanks for all the work that you're doing at the shelter. People I don't even know. So, the shelter definitely makes people aware of what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you that you're definitely going to get more bang for your buck when somebody else is telling the community about what you're doing versus you telling about what you're doing.
Yeah.
I have seen this done pretty well by Trisha Lake, though. She does it good. Well, I mean, the winner of all times is probably, what's her name? Tom. We just had her on. She does an amazing job. Stephanie Nessett.
Yeah.
She's amazing at doing this. But Trisha Lake is getting really good also at giving back to the community, and she gets the community to help her give back to the community. So they all know about it because they're all in on it and everybody's excited about it. And I'm like, that's a pretty good strategy. And I know she does do it from the heart. She is very much about trying to do it from the heart.
Yeah.
But that's a great way of doing it too, getting the people to help you do it. And she does the same as you, Paul, where she gets the employees involved and gets them wanting to, be part of it, and they get inspired. And like you were saying that you take your people down to like the soup kitchens and over the holidays and help that way.
Yeah.
I can see that as being a huge deal.
And what's interesting too is that we've actually gotten calls from the shelter. Like last year, they got hundreds of turkeys for Thanksgiving, and they had no place to keep them. They people just got dropping off frozen.
Never
turkeys.
thought of that. Yeah.
So they called us. They said, hey, you're coming to clean tomorrow. Let your staff know if they want turkey. Just ask, and we'll give them a turkey. and they came back. They came back like they had 20 frozen turkeys. Like what? Like the shelter, the food pantry is giving us food. So, yeah.
I love that, though. I bet that was really appreciated as well.
It was, for sure.
Makes you feel good.
Yeah. So, but again, right? It's like the holidays for me. It's all about giving. I mean, look, we all know it as parents, and we know what joy it brings to our children when they wake up and there's presents for them, and and then look, the same goes for our customers. You start giving your customers some stuff, man. They love it. They appreciate it.
Yeah.
So
there aren't very many people that don't like it when you give them stuff.
No, who doesn't like free stuff, right?
Yeah, who doesn't? And I don't know, free cleaning, I feel like that's really valuable to a lot of people, especially people who think they can afford it. It's out of their price range, that they would never be able to do it. And they get a free cleaning. That's
right.
That can be impactful. And you're saying 90 minutes, but that's for 2 people. So that's like 3 hours worth of cleaning, right? Yeah. You get a lot done in 3 hours.
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so, and again, right? Like, look, these contests aren't, they're not monitored or governed by the Department of Weights and Measures. I mean, not that you're rigging it. But, at the end of the day,
you chipped me out of 2 minutes of my free cleaning.
Well, but look, there's certain, there's certain areas, certain neighborhoods that, we don't want to go to, right? And there's certain, and there's other areas that you do want to go to, and there's certain areas you want to target. So, but again, like somebody's going to win, right? Somebody's going to get now 20 free cleanings.
So, Paul, if anyone wants to know more about your business, I'm going to go ahead and drop the URL in chat as well.
All right.
Go. Do you have pictures? Does he have pictures on there? I'm sure you got to have some good pictures on there, Paul.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
We've been playing around with that lately. I don't know what.
Do you speak to some of the volunteer work and giving you guys do to the community here on your website?
You know what? I don't know if we do or not.
You
So,
ought to. I mean, I respect being modest, but that would,
Yeah, now for
you
sure,
know.
for sure.
well, I I definitely think that because you do so much all the time, all year long, that it's not going to hurt you to be putting on there some of the different things that you do.
True.
Eat, like even your 12 days of Christmas. I think that's awesome. Who's
Yeah.
not going to want to hear about it? I can see why you don't want to, appear to just be, oh, there's Paul cooking. Shocker.
That's
Yeah.
that's the other thing we talked about the other night, right?
Yeah.
And look, the employees have been with us a while. There's me in the Easter bunny costume.
That's you're in the costume.
I am, yeah. So I
love that.
I sat on. I had this little electric scooter. I don't know if the video's on there anywhere, but I had this little electric scooter. I was sitting on there just buzzing around the park, and it was fun. But now I lost my train of thought. So we were talking about like breakfasts, and of course some of my senior employees, people that have been with me a long time, they know that I do this from time to time. But when I this was last week, I did a waffle breakfast, and like the newbies came in and they were like, they couldn't believe it. It's like he's making this breakfast.
Which is really important right now, right? That we bring people in and we keep them and we're able to retain them. Pam, he looks like Mr. Clean. Well, there you go. I'm sure he's heard that a time or two, Pam.
Yeah. Is it the earring? Is it the earring?
That's the only thing. It's the earring. Yes. Well, I know.
And again, really, like you have you got a waffle maker. It's like I've got this kind of dual waffle maker, and so what does pancake mix or waffle mix cost you? It's like it's flour. It's like it's pennies. It's nothing. It's nothing. But I got to tell you, man, people are just the employees get blown away by stuff like that. They really do. That you take the time out of your day, out of your morning, you get up a little extra early, and and take care of them like that. Look, that's how you retain employees.
That's what it is. It's not how much the flour costs.
No,
it's that you're actually going there and making them breakfast. I mean,
you said this to me years ago, as you had mentioned that. Look, most people don't quit jobs over pay, right?
Yeah.
And not everybody's motivated by money. Look, people want to be. They want to feel like they matter. Look,
they do.
Go to bat for your employee and fire a customer because they mistreated your employee. You know what? You just gained an employee for life. It's true. I mean, I advocate for my employees. I mean, I've shared with you before. I let them know come winter. Hey, you know what? If that heat is not on, you let me know, and I will call your landlord. There are laws. You got to do. They have to turn the heat on, and. Look, I threatened to protest outside of one landlord's house on behalf of an employee because he would not make the repairs. And when he realized that I knew exactly where he lived and told him that I have 30 people with signs letting his neighbors know that he's a slumlord, listen, they went in there and fixed everything in a week.
Yeah. And I can't imagine that you aren't very well known in that very small area. I would not want made no boken outside my house.
Yeah, listen, you do that for your employees, and listen, they appreciate that. They do.
Yeah, absolutely, that's huge. That's not a little thing. Their families aren't going to do that for them.
No,
most of the time, their families aren't doing half of the stuff that you're doing. So
I remember because the guy doesn't live in town. He lives in a very affluent town in the suburbs. And, and when I called, I told him I was calling on behalf of, this woman. And he said, are you an attorney? I said, no, I'm not an attorney. He said, well, why should I talk to you? And I said, well, because if you don't, Saturday morning, there's going to be 30 people letting your neighbors know that you're a slumlord. And I said, and I know where exactly you live at 64 Fellswood Drive. Blah, blah. He's like,
Did you just put his address out here on Facebook too? Because are we all going to send him letters?
No, you don't know what town.
That's true. We don't know a town. We're not going to send him one anyway.
No.
But he must have believed you. You have that address. You can just rattle it off like that.
Yeah, listen, it's a chance he didn't want to take. And look, and all I'm asking him to do is what is right and what the law states he should do. You have a tenant that has a broken window. You need to fix the window. The cabinet fell off the wall. You need to put the cabinet back up, right? So anyway, but again, right, like just advocating for your employees goes a long way. And again, right, like that's it's things like that. That's how you retain employees. So
we're sneaking up on the top of the hour here. We got like another minute or so. Any last thoughts here?
If people go out and they do street fairs, right? Like most people go, they get a booth at these events, right? So a nice giveaway. I put it down on my list here, and something that we did, right? So we have like the cornhole games, right? And we played a lot in the office, and we do at our annual picnics we do it. How hard is it to get 5 in a row, right? From 30 feet out or 25 feet out, right? It's pretty difficult to get 5 in a row. So look, why not give away a year's worth of cleanings, right? If you sink 5 in a row, like nobody's going to get it, but everybody's going to try, right? So so things like that. I mean, I say 5 because I started out with 3. I did it at a company picnic. And I was like, $500 to anybody who get 3 in a row. And one of my employees saw 3 in a row. I was like, so handed him $500. But so 3 is possible. 5 is you got to be pretty good. So but anyway, so just things like that are kind of fun too. You get involved in these street festivals. But
all right, you guys got the one final little sneak attack idea from Paul here. That nobody's going to
5
think
on the cornhole, not
5 on the cornhole.
3,
Right.
not 3. 3 is going to cost you.
3 is going to cost you. I like that. Well, thanks so much, Paul.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
You always have a million ideas.
I appreciate it. And I'll get an email over to you with that list and a couple of things that we put together for some of these the other holidays, and you could throw it up there. It's fine.
That'd be great. Thank you so much, Paul. All right, y'all. We are done for the week, Tom.
Yeah, I'm going to be traveling next week, so you're going to be soloing it, right?
Well, I'm going to have Diana Henley with me, and she is going to co-host this. Co-hostess? I don't know what she's going to do.
She has a sparkling personality.
She does. She's going to bring all her fancy hair and her fancy glasses, and she's going to help us out next week. We're going to be talking about gifting next week. How to manage gifts for employees, how to manage gifts with the clients, and what are some of the options? What do different companies do? So we'll be talking gifting. So Paul, you were going to be there. You said you don't know what people are doing for gifts.
Yeah, I'd love to tune in.
Yeah. All right, y'all.
All right.
We'll see. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See y'all. Bye.